channel is a West Ham Irons channel. It's Jazz. It's finished. Brentford won. West Ham United won. The Bees won. The Irons, the Hammers won. The Hammers, the Irons weren't quite on the day able to squash the Bees. Didn't get stung either. We didn't get stung either, but gosh, it did look like that way, didn't it, when Mbeumo, one of the great players of the Premiership, I believe, I don't know if it's him, but I think Brentford have scored a goal in the first minute in the last 3 games, is it? Something like that. But listen, anyway, not a good start for West Ham. But before we get into it, obviously, it's been on the back of, not a very good week. We got whacked by Chelsea, whacked by Liverpool. All these stories out and about by channels going on about like Tim Stein's going to be leaving. Don't know what they're on about. Don't know what they're on about these channels. We don't do things like this in this channel. Naughty boys. But so not a very good feeling. Not a lot of positivity. Despite only 5 games in the season, a lot of fans interaction up and down about who should be playing. Has the window been good? Who's picking the players? Who's buying the players? All that stuff. And the team lineup came out, and I was happy to see Todibo in there. So that was good to see. Waited a few games for him. Apart from that, back 4 was as expected. Bissaka, Kilman, Emerson, Areola in goal. Very surprised to see Rodriguez, but Alvarez is obviously suspended. And Soucek's back in. Bowen's obviously there. Paqueta there. Kudos there. Antonio's back up front. So, unfortunately, Danny Ings not really getting a lot of time despite that sort of goal he got at Palace. Was it Palace? I've forgotten anyway. The equaliser he scored anyway. But anyway, not sure about Rodriguez. I want to see a bit more of Carlos Soler. This website saying 4-1-4-1. Listen, it changes all the time, doesn't it? It changes all the time to 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1. One thing it'll never be is 4-4-2. We ain't even got one striker, let alone 2. But yeah, awful start to the game. This is a huge concern. How a team, a team that's just been spoken to by the manager, probably been warned in the dressing room about the average start we've had to kind of sort it out. The fans have had enough, and we go goal down within 35 seconds. It's everyone's fault. Everyone's in each other's way. Todibo fails to clear. Everyone gets in each other's way, but Mbeumo, what a seasoned Premiership successful player this man is. Liverpool are looking at him for next season. That's how highly he's rated by a few clubs and managers. And a great finish, great acrobat volley and finish from him. And he looked like man of the match, didn't he, in the whole game. Absolute class, the boy. All over the pitch, trying to take corners, trying to take free kicks, make things happen. Really good. But obviously this Brentford team is nicely settled with the same manager for a number of years, knows its job. So I kind of knew straight away, what to do, how to play. Unlike us, we were kind of a bit all over the place and took us a very long time to get a little bit into the game. But it's that kind of game where we weren't really in the game and Brentford were in the game a little bit and they weren't. A bit of a messy game. I didn't really see where we were going to score from. But we did. Soucek scored in the second half. A bit of a scramble, but that's what he's good at. Put the ball in the net. And then you didn't know what's going to happen. Maybe, they had a couple of penalty appeals, not really serious. Yeah, we got into ourselves a couple of good positions. So, bit of this, bit of that. Nothing too exciting. 1-1, what can you say? A win would have been lovely because we are about 5th, 6th from bottom. A win would have been brilliant, but these 2 games at Brentford and Ipswich, we said we need 4, didn't we? Got 1. Whatever happens, we need 3 at Ipswich. A draw at Ipswich will be absolutely catastrophe. It'll be awful. We need 3 at Ipswich. If we do get 3 at Ipswich, looking at that league table, we could be close to 11th or 12th after 6-7 games with the international break. We'll take it, but we have to win that Ipswich game. We have to win that game. So it's kind of, 6 games, 3 losses, a win and 2 draws. It's kind of this, it's kind of that. difficult fixtures, but difficult fixtures coming up. But we have to beat Ipswich, right? A win would have been amazing, but I think this is maybe just about all right. Maybe Brentford 55% maybe deserve the win. I don't know. But at the end of the game, we still don't know what team Lopetegui wants to play. So those are the three things concerning for me. He doesn't really know what team he wants to kind of play. The second concern is substitutions. For me, yeah, it's nice to be early, but some of them are a bit odd. Carlos Soler coming on for Kudos. If we start off with Mavropanos coming on for Emerson, if we start off with that one, let's put that over there. Yeah, Emerson was on the yellow, I think, wasn't he? Wasn't he on the yellow? I think Emerson was on the yellow. Sure he was on the yellow. Website doesn't show it. So I think Emerson was on the yellow. Apparently rumours where he's not quite fit. Mavropanos done more than okay. Filling in at right back because I think Wan-Bissaka went to left back. It is what it is. Kudos. He just doesn't look right still. He's done no assists, no goals, and we're 6 games into it. That's not good enough. He's not being played in the best position, and we got to consider playing Somerville a bit more and more. I think if Kudos, he's had 6 games left on the left wing. He's not done anything, and I would play him in the middle, or try to do something. Bowen up front, I don't know. Antonio, for me, he didn't play the game as a striker. He was on the wing a lot of the time. Wasn't really in the box. It was just that whoever gets in the box gets in the box. There was no rhythm. There was no one up front who could have held it all together as a target person, a proper link up. That's what we're missing. There's no pattern to our play. We don't really know what formation we're doing, what pattern we're doing. There's no nice 1-2s. There's no real rhythm. I don't really know what we're trying to do. And that's kind of how we're getting through the games. And a couple of things to address that is, we haven't brought a striker in. And that's not serving us well. And Kudos on that left wing is just not working out. So those are the kind of things that are not doing good. Paqueta, he was okay. Made a nuisance of himself, trying to set out 1 or 2 things. Soucek scored the goal. He was all right. Bowen, all right, but nowhere near his best. Antonio, just fucking about on the wing, I'm afraid. If that's what he's been told to do, that's what he's been told to do. But still, I can't remember. What's the last time you got a goal, or what's the last time he's got more than a goal? Is it 1 goal in a year or something like that? I don't know. Rodriguez, didn't really notice much of him. Website says he done all right, I suppose. Tadibo was all right. I liked him. He was all right. I think he's confident in his own ability. He's got that bit of oomph about him. I like that. Wan-Bissaka, yeah, not easy for him. Left back, right back, shake it all about. Kilman, not too bad as usual. But yeah, it's a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of that, a bit of this. But what the concerning is, we need a striker up front, and the answer's not Antonio. The answer's not Danny Ings for me either. The answer lies in Fulkrug, and he better be Fulkrug, otherwise Tim Stuyton, especially Tim Stuyton's got a lot to answer for if Fulkrug doesn't work out, basically. And Kudos, I think he might need to be dropped. I don't know. He just doesn't look up for it. I don't know what's up with him. If he doesn't like playing there, the manager should know that I don't fucking play him out there. It's a concern. The third concern is some of the substitutions. Like, all right, had to take Kudos off. But if Kudos went off, I would have expected Somerville to come on, not Carlos Soler, who again was kind of all right. Danny Ings didn't really seem to do much. Irving, 90th minute. It is what it is, isn't it? That's kind of that. So just confirming these are the 2 people that are out. The squad, really. So yeah, still concerns about what exactly pattern of play we're trying to do, what exactly are our tactics, what exactly is Antonio's role up front, because he wasn't up front. Kudos isn't happy playing up left. We got to address this and have a word, and keep to this back 4 now. Hopefully, this should be the back 4 now. Having said that, Mavrovnas didn't look bad as a fullback. He did look bad. So we'll see what happens with that. Man of the match, Thomas Soucek, this is saying. Yeah, I think he's good, wasn't he? Yeah, didn't do anything really bad. Was okay, just about more than okay. So I think I'm okay with that. So we rescue point. It's the bare minimum we needed, and really didn't look like that way, did it? After a minute, I was fearing the worst, like a lot of you people out there, really. So that's kind of that, everyone. So short and sweet, really. We march on. Not many alarming questions answered, but we march on with a point, the bare minimum we required and needed as fans and a club. But the next game, the Ipswich game, which I will be attending, boy oh boy, do we definitely need 3 points in that one.